Everybody, I call this meeting of the Board of Education order. Would you all please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Corey, anything to basket this evening? Sure. Thank you. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's board meeting. First of all, we're going to congratulate the Savannah High FFA, but we're going to recognize them in January. We have a couple of students who were on the fourth national place meets team, but they are in college, so we're going to wait till they can get back and join us to celebrate together. Which one do you want me to do first?
Totally up to you.
All right. Well, we have in front of us here looks like the John Glenn Elementary Student Council. So let's go ahead and recognize them and give them the floor. And you're ready, guys.
All right, guys. This is John Glenn Student Leadership Group. They presented to you guys last year and gave you a... He's talking to you. Here you go. They were telling you about their projects and things that they have for our building, and so I thought it would be great for them to update you on things that we've got going on and things they want to do moving forward for our school.
Cool.
The floor is yours.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Alexis. Our student leadership group is made up of 4th and 5th grade students at John Glenn Elementary. We are leaders in the school who strive to make a positive school community. Hi, my name is Vivian. Every year we try to focus on a new project to better our school. Last year we chose to redo the landscaping at the front of the building. Since the outside of the school is the first thing people see when they arrive, we wanted to make it look amazing. We want to thank J&G Lawn and Landscaping for doing a great job. 2 former John Glenn students were part of the crew who redid the landscaping. Here are some before and after pictures. The before one is the top one is the before one with the grass, and the bottom one is the new one with the rocks. The top one is the one with a bunch of grass and an overgrown tree, and the bottom one is the new one with rocks and a tiny shrub. These are both new pictures of our front of the building.
Hello, my name is Gavin. This year our goal is to make the inside of our building look just as great as the outside. We like to paint murals and designs around the school to make it feel even more like home. Here are some ideas we think would be great for the school. We think the kindness one would be good. They won't say Patriots, it mostly say home of the Rockets.
Hi, my name is Lizzie. In October, we sell Boo Grams. This is a fundraiser we do each year. We sold them in the mornings at school and at our trunk or treat event. We assemble the Boo Grams by hand and pass them out on Halloween.
Hi, my name is Ashley. Last year we had our first Grinch Missy event. It was so much fun.
Our total money raised for Boo Grams this year is $548. Every student at John Glenn received at least 1 Boo Gram.
That's awesome. Well done. Well done.
Hi, my name is Abby. Last year we had our very first Grinch Missy event. It was so much fun. We decided to do it again this year. On December 15th, we are partnering with AR Workshop in St. Joseph for a night full of ornaments, making, and fun. Families will have the opportunity to come to John Glenn from 5 to 7 p.m. to make Grinch/Christmas themed ornaments. We will have the Grinch himself there for photos. Here are a few pictures from last year's Christmas.
Hello, my name is Milo. One of our favorite things to do is volunteer at Second Harvest Food Bank. Over the past years, we have helped put together backpack buddies, senior citizen boxes, and labeled foods for the food pantry. Here are some pictures.
Hi, my name is Chloe. Here are a few of our favorite things about student leadership. My favorite thing about student leadership is Service Day. Service Day is a day for student leadership when you go around to teachers' classrooms and help out around.
My favorite thing about student leadership is being a good role model for the smaller kids.
My favorite part is the Grinchmas, like I talked about. It's super fun to see everyone make the ornaments, and it's so fun to help out.
My favorite thing about student leadership is making the videos to show little kids what to do and what not to do at the bus stop, parent pickup, bathrooms, and in the hallways.
I'm new to student leadership, but I think the second harvest food bake sounds fun. My favorite things are also making the videos for the anchor kids, and the second harvest food bake, because I love unboxing everything, and helping out for everyone who needs it. Christmas is my favorite holiday, and I really like spaghetti with Santa because I got to serve people, and then I also got to see people smile and laugh.
Outstanding.
Does anybody have any questions for us about student leadership?
I have a question.
What?
Thank you. So, we're supposed to be leaders too. And one of the things I found is being a leader, you don't know all the answers. So my question to you guys as student leaders, what advice do you have for us to be the best leaders we can be?
Try your hardest.
Good answer.
Okay.
Good answer. Anybody else?
Try to be a good role model for the smaller kids.
Well done.
Be normal.
Easier said than done.
You ever met this bunch?
What were you going to say, Sue? No, okay. Very good. Yes, ma'am.
Doing funny things is also good.
Very good. We're going to make them dress up like a ham and turkey. That hopefully
Yes.
will get something. Excellent. Excellent. You guys, anybody else have questions for these kids? Outstanding. Now, before we clap, it's John Glenn night. So can you guys sit down real quick so we can recognize one of the teachers from John Glenn, please? Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Holt, the principal of John Glenn, has nominated the following staff member for board recognitions. Miss Anita Combs. I'm so proud to recognize Anita Combs as an exceptional special education teacher whose compassion and dedication make a lasting impact on our school community. She is always willing to step in and lend a hand, whether she is supporting a colleague, assisting a student in need, or volunteering her time to help wherever she's needed. Her positive attitude and caring nature creates a welcoming environment where students feel valued and supported. Anita truly embodies teamwork, commitment, and heart in everything she does. Our school is a better place because of her willingness to go above and beyond for others. Anita, would you come on down so we can recognize you? You want one with the kids?
I do.
Okay. Kids, stand up for me, please. You're doing great, by the way. Okay. Ms. Combs, let's go back here, and I'll come back here with you.
Whenever you guys kind of
Congratulations.
circle up next to him, okay? There you go. There you go. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, ready? John Glenn on 3. 1, 2, 3.
John Glenn.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you so much for coming out. Thanks, guys, for being here tonight. Parents, thanks for bringing out tonight. You got school tomorrow. Bosco's good school.
I'm sleepy. I don't like buses.
That's like the height in my house
I
right
don't really like them though.
now.
Thank you guys. Great job.
Great job.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Bye guys.
Yes.
Can I just say that John Glenn is like one of the best schools?
You can say that.
That's what makes it like such a great family.
Yes. Excellent. Well, thank you and congratulations. Alrighty. We'll move on to the approval of the agenda. Can I have someone make a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Thank you, Rebecca. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Rachel. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please use your regular voting signs. Passes unanimously. Thank you. Let's move on to the consent agenda. At this time, is there any motion to amend the consent agenda? Seeing none, let's go ahead and make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented. Is Somebody want to make that motion?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Court. Is there a second?
A second.
Thank you. Any discussion about the minutes, the bills, personnel, or the policies? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor of approving the consent agenda, please use the regular voting sign. Carries unanimously. Cooking with steam, folks. Good job. All right, we're ready for action items. General journal.
All right, so we are in the dry months. If you remember, this is kind of generally how things go. November, December has a look of it as we're spending more than we're getting in, but again, that's because we're waiting on our county revenue. So most of this stuff has come from the state. But even so, we're doing well year to date. We are $2,933,808.83 to the negative, but again, once we start getting our county funds, we'll be just fine. Also wanted to point out again, so you see that we have made some withdrawals from our investments, and that again during this time when we're not getting our full revenue, we have to do that, tap into that. And we have a $1.1 and $2 million investment both terming out this month, and because our reserves are good, we're going to turn right around and reinvest those. And we've been getting a good amount of interest from that, and so we'll continue to make passive income that way. Again, a great report. We have collected 22.32% of our budgeted revenue. Only spent 29.56% of our budgeted expenditures. And so year to date then, that represents a 9.6% reduction in spending. And so our revenue is down slightly, 3.4%, but we're still on track, and we should be good come January when that starts rolling in. So, very good.
Before we have discussion, I'd just like to remind the board with the state re-looking at property taxes and with the legislature and governor
started over the summer and have been working on it, so don't know if I have a lot to share with you. It's really just kind of our philosophy on assessment, why we assess, how we use our assessments, roles of different testing personnel. Yep, there you go. Then a listing of the assessments that
also heard some good things about it. So, some of the negative things we heard were reliability, communication, trucks breaking down, things of that nature. I did reach out, they do South Holt, St. Joe Christian, and Lawn, which are granted, small schools. But the only one to get back to me was South Holt, and they have had zero problems with them, and thought they were just fine. So, again, I think the reason why the recommendation was Huff was because, as far as what we know and hear, that he would be reliable. I do want to point out that regardless of who we go with, it's still substantial savings from Waste Management. So even if we go with the higher bid, it's still $2,000 savings a month, even with Huff. But that's kind of up for your guys' discussion now. So
1-year contract or?
I believe it was a 3-year service agreement.
Okay, with both of them.
And I will say the other thought is the last time we had a super low bid, when we gave somebody a chance, it didn't work out. I mean, maybe it would work out this time, I don't know. But again, that's your guys' discussion, and we'll do whatever you guys want.
My only question, two things, I guess. Do we have to vote tonight? Can we wait for more feedback to come in? Or do we need to make a vote tonight?
I mean, I don't know what more feedback I'm gonna get. I did contact, cause I had heard, that the city had used them, and that was incorrect. The city had not used them, but, there are people that city officials knew that had used them and didn't like them. So that was, another part of that. I imagine St. Joe Christian and Lawn will probably share what South Holt did, again, being one building.
Yeah.
I imagine they probably don't have any issues.
I mean, it would be nice to have some feedback on, multiple buildings.
Sure. I did reach out to Montgomery and Sons and did not hear back. So I asked for some feedback, some references, had some questions for them, and they did not get back.
And they're both St. Joe, but one is Savannah family, right? Mm-hmm.
So,
Alright. Any other questions, comments?
I have a few comments. We've used, Montgomery and Son for quite some time. And when we put out for bids for our neighborhood, so that we don't have, 8 different trucks going down the street because we pay for our own streets, they were the best bid. We've had them for over 6 years, and we've been very happy with them. And I think the biggest thing is the savings in the money. Is there any way we could give them a chance for 1 year?
possibly, we'd have to talk to
So the way the
Maybe.
RFP reads right now is that it is a 3-year contract with the option to renew for 2 additional years.
So we would have to re-put it out
You would have to redo that.
for a 1 year.
Is it possible to write into the contract, escape clause of some kind?
Yeah.
So we pick one tonight, after a year, if we do not have it, we try to have that language already in place that if we're not satisfied, we could cancel the contract. No way.
Joe, when does that start? The trash pickup?
It's a good question.
Maybe next school year,
I believe so.
Fall 26.
I mean,
So probably July
confirm
1.
that.
July 1 probably.
Yeah.
Oh, not till July 1st. Since we got all those ones.
I mean, I also, like, if they're not responsive, things like that, but we have a due diligence on the cost, right? But we also need to
Completely
Mm-hmm.
make sure
understand.
we have.
Last month I sat here and said I have the obligation of giving you guys a little bid, so I completely understand.
Contract is set to start January 1st.
So,
So we don't have that much time.
Oh, January 1st.
I like the idea of picking one that we like, construct the contract to read, an escape clause of some kind, a reassessment clause after a year, and an option for termination. You guys feel comfortable with that?
escape clause is something that would deter as long as the contract length and everything was what the RFP said, I think we're fine. But of course, I would double check, make sure.
So the RFP itself does explicitly lay out, how often and when, and exactly how often we need pickup, when it should be picked up, and exactly what the dumpster is that we should have, what size of dumpster. So I would think not following those guidelines is a breach of contract, so we can double check with legal.
I think that's really what's gonna cause us to say we went out of this, if there is a breach of contract. If they did not fulfill their obligation. Okay. So you feel comfortable with that, gentlemen? Whoever we pick? Okay.
I'm always comfortable with whatever you guys do.
How long have they been in the trash business? I know they've been in the lawn business a while, but how long have they been in the trash business? Huff.
I don't know that.
I don't know. I don't know, I know that they submitted several, companies as references, but I don't know how long they've been in business.
Alright, anybody like to make a motion on who we should go with? Yes, sir.
I make a motion for Huff, please.
Thank you, Fan. Is there a second to the motion?
I'll second.
Very good, Rebecca. Anybody wanna talk anymore? Okay, so the motion is to go with Huff, and with the understanding that the superintendents will do their due diligence on the contract. All those in favor of Huff, please use your regular voting sign. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All those opposed? 1. Motion carries. Thank you, guys. The expeditions.
Okay, so we talked, last time about possibly adding 2 more expeditions. Feedback that I've gotten in the meantime is that, that is something you guys would like to do. The consensus was to not sell the 2 that we currently have, but keep those in operation and just add 2 more with Durham. So that was our feedback, and I thought rather than have it a discussion item, if we do act on it now, we have a good chance of getting, a better price than if we wait.
Okay, so basically you want us to.
So if
allow
that is something that we would like to do, I would like to put up on.
Okay, so you want a motion to allow you to.
Get 2 more.
2 more through Durham.
2 more SUVs through Durham.
Very good. Okay, so that's the motion on the floor. Does anybody have questions?
We don't have the financials of what it will cost for sure though.
It's $68 a day, so it would be an additional 20,000 approximately. So it could be a little bit less depending on how many student days we have.
20,000 in a school year.
Yes, for the year.
Per vehicle.
No, sorry, total.
And
We
then,
still hold the option then to sell the other 2 if it,
We still have that option, but, you know, I think they're in pretty good shape and might as well.
and the cost savings would be, we're filling up SUVs, which is filling up a bus and a driver.
Correct.
And everything else that comes with the bus. Yeah. And the flexibility across the board. Okay, any other discussion on it? Would someone please make the motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Dan. Is there a second?
second.
Heard her first, sorry, Corey. Rachel gets
Sorry, Corey.
Any further discussion? All those in favor of approving the motion to acquire 2 additional SUVs through our contract with Durham, please use the regular voting sign. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, guys. Now we're moving on to discussion items.
Okay.
Letter A.
Yeah, so with Verigy, last time we discussed some options on what they could do. I came back and got some pricing that you wanted. So, yes, I'm sorry, I forgot to send that to you. So I have it in front of me, I'll just kind of read it off. It was in the nutshell if you had a chance to look at it. So the tuck pointing, which would include all buildings, old gym, was 1 to 1.4 million. And just a reminder, our range is around there. It's about 1.5 million plus or minus a little bit. So if we did that, that would be probably the only thing we did. HVAC and gas lines were 450 to 600. Controls district wide, which would probably include John Glenn as well, 700,000 to $1 million. Window replacements, now they only said Vinnie Klein, Amazonia, and John Glenn, so that did not include the high school, but that was 600 to 800,000. And then the recommendation, after looking at everything that Jason and I had, the paving at Amazonia, Vinnie Klein, and Helena. And just to clarify, we would not lose parking spots, so I checked in on that. As far as Vinnie Klein goes, we had that front little strip there right in front of the building where the teachers park. We have the northwest lot that we would do. We would leave the other southwest one gravel. That's a gravel lot. We would leave that in lieu of paving, the southeast corner, by where the kitchen is, by where the buses go through. That's a little bit more important, paving that, than it is that gravel lot. And so initially they had the gravel lot there, but I told them to kind of switch it, and it's about the same square foot, so it's pretty close to being a wash on that. Fire alarm at the middle school, which is pretty important to do, and then just controls at John Glenn, and that's 1.5 to 1.8. So I don't need a vote on this tonight, but I need a direction, because what will happen from tonight, if you let me know the combination of things you'd like to do, then I can let them know, and they'll start getting their bids and start their process, so that in January, they'll have a not to exceed price for us to bid on.
So we have to pick from the menu of tug pointing, HVACs.
So these were all separated out.
Yeah.
The combination platter, so to speak,
Yeah.
that we recommended was the last one, the painting at the 3 schools, the fire alarm, and the controls. So that was our combination of recommendation.
Okay. And that keeps us in the price range
That,
we're comfortable with.
yes.
Okay. As much as I wanna get the windows done, I like, and I think our community has always liked when we are doing something at multiple campuses to have that growth. So we've done 20 million at the high school. This would hit Amazonia, Vinnie Klein, Helena, the middle school, and John Glenn.
Correct.
That hits a huge portion of our campus to go with the combination plan. Right. Anybody else have thoughts?
So and again, down the road, 28, 29, these are some things that we can look at finishing up. And that would include the windows in high school too, I mean, so these are all things that we can clear up the next 3 years. But I think these others are more pressing right now, so. I also did, on a side note, talk to, Dr. RIII, and he's gonna put together for us a sequence of when money's coming up and free and upgrade, so we can plan.
Love that.
I'm curious with some of our admins here, if we talk to them for feedback, if there's a pressing issue in their building that they feel like over one or the other.
We have not,
Ms. Hayes?
these are things that we have heard them talk about. I mean, I've heard Christy talk about her drive quite a bit, I've heard Ellery, who wasn't able to be here tonight, talked about her drive quite a bit. I know Tim's new, but, you know, Jason and even Troy, I mean, they used to talk about their parking and all of that. The fire alarm, I think I explained what the difference was there, so it's a different company, than all the rest of our buildings, so, that's the issue there. And then John Glenn, it's environmental, you know, it's cost savings, to get that done there. I'm sure they have a list of other things. You know, there's, that spot at the middle school that, in the gym, that, you know, the ceiling, not the ceiling, but the ceiling of the, where that connects outside, that would help with energy efficiency and things like that. So I realize there are some big things, but we have to prioritize.
Okay, so let's just go around, since we're not voting, just go around the table. Any thoughts?
Nope, sound good to me.
Rachel? You heard your committee, Rebecca? Deb?
touch with them, they'll get rolling on those items.
Okay, and just for everybody who's watching online, we already have a contract with these folks, we're just continuing on the contract.
Yes.
Alright. APR results.
All right, so another bit of good news. So if you've been following the news, they've reported on some school districts that have gotten their, we all got our results. So I wanted to brag on us a little bit as well. So we increased our APR score from last year from 74.2% to 78%, which is a very nice increase. We improved quite a bit in our areas of continuous improvement. We gained 4 more points, so we're at 59 and 60. The only point we lost was in attendance, which is just how that formula works. You know, we have right around 90% attendance for the district. We can't do much better than that, you know? So I'm not too concerned with that point. Performance was 69.2%. So performance is kind of measured in 2 major blocks. There's status scores, which is like what we actually score on our tests. And then there's the growth part of it, which is new. And as far as our status goes, that is all on target or target. So our actual scores are great. The growth part is where we were lacking a little bit. But the frustrating part is nobody really knows how that's calculated. I've asked and asked and asked. I even asked today. We had our superintendent meeting. Asked our area supervisor if she could explain a little bit more, because I don't know how to improve something if we don't understand how it works. Again, not giving a great answer other than I think the state's gonna look at how that is being measured and make some changes. So we're kind of at the mercy of that. But just overall, I was very, very pleased with how that went. So especially when you look, you know, we kind of had a downward trend going. So we went from 78 to 76 to 74, and now we're heading back in the right direction. So, and I'm not gonna sit up here and take any kind of credit at all. All the credit's sitting in the back of the ring there. So I just get to I just get to report the good news. I mean, they're the ones behind all of it. So we've got a great team.
Very good. Congratulations, everyone. Any questions at this time? Moving on. Building reports. I think we already had. Anything else to add, John Lynn?
We're doing what we can, adding some new things, partnering with, we've had some Missouri Western players come from basketball and baseball. You saw, if you didn't see the post, our 5th grade teachers have partnered with the GOATs to tally their results, so we're getting community involvement, so that's really great. Our Pride store, our Pride parent team is having music bingo on Friday, so if you'd like to come and help support Pride store things, our door's open Friday.
Very good. Excellent. Anything else on the building reports? Seeing none. Informational items. Our next Board of Education meeting will be December 11th at 7 p.m. No closed session. Am I correct?
Correct.
Excellent. The annual staff appreciation luncheon will be Thursday the 20th at 11:30 at Savannah Middle School. On the 21st at 3 p.m. at the high school, we'll have the staff holiday giveaway, and board filing will open on December 9th and will remain open during regular business hours until Tuesday, December 30th. Please note, since that is break, we're only going to open from noon to 5. We'll have 3 seats up for election this time. And then this weekend is the first ever musical at the New Performing Arts Center. So go see Little Mermaid. First show's tonight, right, Coach?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Break legs. Can I get a motion to adjourn? Thank you. Is there a second? Thank Deb. All those in favor of the motion, do your big voting sign. Unanimous. Have a good night and happy Thanksgiving, everybody.